I'm Shiraz Sadikeen. I live in Auckland, New Zealand. I still go to an art school. I'm in my final year of a doctorate at Elam School of Fine Arts, University of Auckland.
What do you feel like your practice speaks to?
It comes out of like the themes you kind of become preoccupied with. In my case anyways, just trying to understand the situation that I'm in, you know, and sort of being reflexive about being an artist, and yeah, also just kind of responding to like practical things about the situation and trying to make that intelligible, but also like try to integrate that into the work, you know.
Well, I think there's something really nice about your work where it like points to a lot of things, but you use very like everyday materials and like things that people recognize.
There has to be some sort of, I don't know, leaving up to the viewer to kind of do this sort of interpretive work to try and grasp the social content that might be embedded in the work. Like these kind of works, a lot of it has to do with like time or history, and you know, I just used like the most simple kind of like material object that I could think of to convey that, you know, the clock. And that was like a good, you know, I don't know, entry point into like teasing out some of the meanings that are kind of already embedded in the materials. Yeah, so there's like the aspect of just these like very straightforward formal relationships, like these circles, you know, the circular form of the clock or the coin, and I guess the two smaller like rectangles of the timesheet and the petty cash tray, and the line of the strained out rim, clock rim. Yeah, so I guess, yeah, those kinds of, these formal connections, which are also like, yeah, contentfully like significant. There's a kind of eloquence in like a minimalist object, like I guess it's like, its closure, it being closed in on itself, and it's sort of being anonymous or impersonal and like non-expressive, you know, distance from like, I guess, the subjectivity of the artist in a way. I guess like, I don't know, with this work behind me, like the clock face, for instance, is like a, you know, that's like a minimalist form. It's just like a circle, black circle or whatever, but then it's also a clock, like a clock face, like that is what it is, you know, you can, so there's like a kind of anthropomorphism or like a figuration that comes into it. At the same time, you're just sort of being literal.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, I guess like for me, like I kind of got interested in that because it's always, there's something like tenuous about trying to refer to something, or it's never like sure whether the reference or like holds or something, or whether that's like intelligible to the viewer or something. So like minimalism's like kind of cool because it just, you know, takes away that, and it's just like, it's just what you observe. It's just the sort of formed material, you know. And if you think about it sort of like art historically, like it sort of negates the interiority of the artist, like kind of just splurging, you know, and becomes something, yeah, anonymous and personal, literal, like no compositional complexity, just primary structures, forms, you know. And it's very boring as well, like.
Yeah, because it's like, I feel like this whole show, I mainly thought about that, like a way to like talk about what I feel like is interesting and necessary to talk about, but use the mechanics of art and kind of like the Western art canon to give artists space to actually talk about what they want to talk about, where it's not just so like performing identity.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of like yeah, it's interesting because it's like a response to that.